Hola, buenos días, soy Nico.
Why is you throwing in here? This ain't even your Airbnb.
What I need what
You need to get the out.
It's unfortunate that people can change something that was just pure innocent fun into drama.
And today, we're here to end off another wonderful week's worth of content. Well, yes. Today, we're going to be discussing familiar faces once again that I'm actually surprised that all of them are together, but not surprised that some shenanigans went down. But before that, if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics for more exclusive videos, weekly live streams, and be a part of the live streams where we have multifaceted conversations with varied topics depending on the week with a varied panel. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in. This Patreon exclusive, I went into detail about what happened with a YouTuber who is essentially my gay daughter, who came into the scene, said they got their traction, their audience from my audience, and then went on to say that I am copying them, even though my analytics does not show that correlation. But if you want to get deeper into that, because I'm not giving them clout on my main channel, subscribe to Patreon and the video should be up same time this video is up. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get started on the topic. But before that, last video's comment was essentially saying, in retort to I am Tripper Ali, basically saying that no gay man is masculine enough for him to actually be with, so he continuously goes after DL men in hopes that even though they have wives and kids, they will wife him up and be his secret boyfriend and love him and make him feel soft, gentle, and submissive, like feminine in comparison. The retort was, as a bisexual man, I'm just happy men look at me. And that's the thing, as somebody who is okay with masculine and feminine men, I predominantly date feminine just because I tend to be more attracted to people that are self-expressive and are comfortable in their own skin. And masculinity, unfortunately, tends to have to lean towards hypermasculinity if you're trying to adhere to the standards that black and brown men are held to in society. That's why I tend to lean towards feminine, just because I would rather see you be expressive and be who you genuinely are compared to somebody who is putting on an act. That is not to say that some people are naturally more masculine. There are masculine people within this world, but masculinity goes within a spectrum, meaning you can be masculine, but still, if you hear a Beyonce song come on, maybe you'll tap your toe or sing along. Or if you're out and you have a good drink, you want to dance with your friends, you'll do a little jiggle. I like that. I like people that are comfortable within their skin no matter where they lean on the masculinity and femininity spectrum. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get on to the actual story. Today we are going to be talking about the latest drama that is happening with Ray Potts. Nico! Ray Potts and I have a complicated history. Not that I've ever met the man, it's just I tend to cover the shenanigans that he gets into online, and then he'll have a conversation with me, and then he'll go off on me, and then he'll have a conversation with me, and then he'll go off on me again. So it's it's something I'm trying to get comfortable with because I know it's going to happen eventually. Last time he spit on his phone. I have all the videos up. If you just look up Ray Potts on my channel, you'll see it. But this time I'm actually going to be talking about the scenario in his defense. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, it is between him, Savagemomox, which is his ex that he had beef with when they broke up, and someone named Leexworld, who he has continuously had a tumultuous work relationship with in the past. If you did not know, Leexworld is actually the problem in this scenario. I've had a small conversation with Leexworld in DMs. It wasn't anything super complex. It was more so saying he's open to working with me, but I wasn't open for that for the sole fact that he is a Trump supporter and he has said anti-black things in the past, and I feel like brand mixing like that isn't a good idea, and I feel the same for him and Ray Potts. He and Ray Potts have had a tumultuous relationship since they came onto the scene. The last conversation I had about them was when Leexworld made anti-black comments about Ray Potts' hair, and Ray Potts defended him and tried to move the conversation along, saying that he's biracial and that's not what he meant. But also he got into it with him before that because Leexworld and a different content creator, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting their name, basically got into it at Leexworld's sugar daddy's house, where artillery was pulled, and then the police were called, and then Ray Potts was escorted off the property, and it was just an entire situation. So hearing all of these violent interactions with these two particular people in the past, you would not expect all of them to come together for a content creation trip. Nico, what is the content creation trip? They had a cabin trip where Ray Potts essentially set up a getaway for content creators to come together to make content, be it as a group, be it one-on-ones. There are different rooms for different explorations. This isn't a new thing. I believe Kai Levine originally started that, and then other content creators began to do that as well. I've been on a few content creator trips myself, sometimes in Brazil with the Voyeur Studio, or I went on one with Wood Twink and Roxas Kalen before. We went to Atlanta and had a content creation trip. We had an Airbnb. It was chill. It was chill, Nico. That's the thing. When I go on content creation trips, it's usually with people I consider my actual friends, because I have my day-to-day civilian friends and then I have my content creator friends. That's the dynamic you should have. Bringing people who you have had beef with into one building to make content for the sole fact that you're all content creators is a horrible idea. And I say that because it then took a left turn. Basically, I got sent this by one of my friends and they were saying, "Oh my God, did you see this on Facebook?" And I said, "Facebook." So I had to log into Facebook, which I have not done since I was 14. And if you try to find me, I'm not on there. I had to use like a little burner account to get all this information because I don't trust Meta with my identity. So when I looked at this, it's essentially all of them drinking, unwinding, and Ray Potts preparing the trip and basically designating what's about to happen. I actually went into the comments. I'm going to post his side of the story before I show you all the videos. From there, Leexworld began to scream in a dazed tone, "I need what I need," as he was throwing pizza and boxes across the Airbnb, searching for something that he clearly had lost. And a lot of people were saying, "Oh my God, he's so drunk. I can't believe y'all let him get this drunk on a content creator trip." That's not what he was doing. Ray Potts alleged that Leexworld was looking for or something along those sorts, something that is not a bottle, because when we start off the video, you see he already has a bottle of liquor in his hand. That's not what he's screaming that he needs to find. So Ray Potts said, "The issue is I try to forgive people and protect people, but they continuously put themselves in scenarios that make me look bad by association. And in this scenario, Leexworld snuck off while we were all drinking and getting ready to turn up. I was not drinking," said Ray Potts, "but he came back delirious, screaming that he needs to find something, alluding to it being substances that he had lost in his dazed state." From there, they begin to get into it because Ray Potts began to scream at him across the Airbnb. And from there, Leexworld began to get slightly more turned as he began to rope in everybody else involved, and everybody began to confront Leexworld and eventually just kicked him out of the Airbnb. And from here, I'm going to play you the videos. Just know it's a bit erratic. It's very low vibrational. It's a lot of energy.
It's on my mother nerves each and every single mother time. And y'all let him get away with the bullshit. But let me tell you something. A light-skinned Mexican has no control or power over me. You better leave me the f alone with your goofy. You better leave me the f alone.
Yeah.
Why is you throwing here? This ain't even your Airbnb.
What I need what I
You need to get the out.
Why is he throwing stuff?
Bro. Y'all. He is in here throwing the pizza all throughout the kitchen. He's throwing all this throughout the kitchen. And I keep telling, yes, y'all need to, yes, because if the police come. I was in bed laying down, finna go to sleep.
Okay, about like your.
He's throwing pizza around the kitchen.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Why ain't y'all getting out the hot tub?
Because we got him out of here.
Bro, I'm finna call the police and get you out of here. You finna be gone.
outside.
You're finna leave. Throwing pizza in kitchens. Get out.
Who I call the police on kitchen?
Get the out. Get out.
No.
Get out.
No.
Get. I'm telling you, in a minute we finna fight.
Y'all calling the police on you.
I don't give a minute. I'm finna fight you. Get the away from me.
We can fight then. Let's do it.
Fuck on. I swear to God, what? What? Pull that shoot you with it.
Nah, it's gonna be me.
Nah, yeah, it's gonna be me and you.
Just
Me and you. Whatever. Get your drunk fuck on.
No.
You're a fuck weird creep. Bye.
As yours. As
Bye.
you say.
Bye.
I'm
Get the
actually-
on. No, you're not cool. I want you to leave me the alone and get the away from me.
What's up?
Well, go in the room or leave him alone, bro. He ain't here by himself. There's two
talking about-
rooms in here. Leave
what
him
do you
alone.
mean?
This
Leave me alone. Get out.
is his room. Just leave him alone, bro.
You was just saying me at first.
I did. No, I
So
did.
now,
No,
let's
I know.
go.
I said.
Alright, let's go.
I said,
Let's
fuck you
go.
at second.
Let's go. Let's go.
About your long legs. Yeah, why you
Get
slide
your
me?
head wet.
Why you slide
Get your
me?
head wet.
Hate me.
Nah, I don't hate you. I just want you to get wet.
Why you hate me?
So you in the mercy.
Are you
I don't know
going
how
to your
y'all
face?
dealing with this.
First.
I'm not gonna
I don't
attack
hate you.
I'm not gonna
I
attack
don't
you.
hate you.
I'm not gonna attack you.
I don't hate you at all. I just want you to
This
get
is
wet.
ridiculous.
Okay, so I got like. No, you got everything. You got everything. Leave. Bye.
He can understand, bro.
Ray, he is. I can't
sorry.
argue with him. I can't argue. He's a Capricorn.
Get him out of
I
here.
can't argue with him.
Bro, I don't want to deal with none of this fuck doing the video.
Wait, I found the keys in here though. You want these? No. You want me to drive off?
Yes, let him drive off and get a DUI. I don't care. Get him away from me. Get him away from me. I
That's
don't
not-
talk about doing no content.
Yo, no, go ahead.
I don't give a fuck about doing no video.
Okay, thank you. Those were your keys were. When you asked me where your keys were to your car.
I hate. I swear to God, I hate this.
In your pocket. That you
Why do I have to deal with this at 2 a.m.?
So why I got these in my pocket then?
Okay, so go. Out of here, bro.
I'm waiting on my mans, bro.
Then go out there and wait for him. Get the away from me. I keep saying leave me alone. Why the do I just keep being around and I don't want to be around you?
Cause you like that toxic.
Oh, bitch, I don't like about it. We will never do shit again. Never. Never. So the Ray Pot sauce that you say, oh, Ray Pots, I need some of that magic. No, it's done. It's done. It's over.
Pots,
Go find someone else. It's over. Tired of you.
Alright. Sounds good.
Okay, you gonna see. You better be lucky. I'm going through
Are
right
you
now.
still recording?
Yes. So I'm gonna send it.
No, I'm saying I was gonna talk to you on some real.
You're fuck real. And ain't shit real about you. You're weird. You're up in the head, and you stress me out every time I film with you. It's a problem. And this is gonna be a reminder for me. I'm glad I ain't get drunk with y'all. I'm so glad. I'm glad I'm sober. Leave me the hell alone. Get the away from me.
You act like I didn't go in just the same amount.
I don't give a about the little couple of dollars that went to pay for
So
you over here throwing pizza and doing stupid up the Airbnb. I promise you, I swear to God, you better go play with them. Leave me the alone. I swear to God, this will be the night. This will be, bro, get him! Get him!
Now that we've gotten out of the way and you saw what happened, I want to come back and say this isn't necessarily Ray Pot's fault. Just looking through the comments on Facebook, everybody was dragging him and making fun of him. But in this scenario, I will say he is not responsible for what other content creators put into their bodies. Because I know content creators who don't use substances. I know content creators who come in, clock out. Is that plain and simple? But in this scenario, you know what your friends get up to. That's why, for example, I've been on content creator trips with certain content creators, and it took a completely different turn because they decided to get lit on something that I was not aware they were on. It got to the point that they were fighting in parking lots, and at that point, Nico, I went home. And that's the thing, I don't put my personal business on the internet. I feel the mistake that Ray Potts makes is that he publicizes everything. This could have been a scenario where he just shooed the boy along and moved on, but he recorded the entire interaction to put it online, even though you know you are going to work with him again in the future. We know it's going to happen, so you're just embarrassing each other for no reason. In this scenario, once again, it is not his fault, but I do want to say, Ray Potts, you should not be escalating the situation. Because from what I saw, yes, he was dazed and confused, throwing things, trying to find whatever he had lost. But in that moment, You screaming at him, you berating him, you trying to fight him, it is not helping the situation, because even when the other content creators are trying to get involved and basically de-escalate the situation, Ray Potts is still screaming and fighting back and forth with him. And I'm like, once again, it's not your fault. Yes, he did too much. Yes, he is under the influence. But in these volatile situations, if you are able to calmly de-escalate a situation, that is what you should do, especially when someone is under the influence and they are not thinking rationally. Continuously berating them and yelling at them is not going to do anybody any good. But once again, you cannot blame him for Leexworld deciding to sneak away and do something without anyone noticing. But I will say one final time, if you have beef with somebody, if you have beef with someone else, just because y'all say, okay, I forgive you, does not mean you should all begin to work together and come into a room to wild out once again. Because other content creators begin to come out and speak about Leexworld, basically saying that he's always off the wall, that he's always on something, that he's always wild and belligerent. And my thing is, if that is his reputation in the content creator field circle in Atlanta, why do y'all keep working with him? Because in the last video we saw where Ray Potts got escorted off of the premises, that man pulled something on you. He pulled something on you. And you still decided to come and work with him again. And now you're surprised that it ended in mess once again. It's just one of those scenarios where you can love somebody from afar. If somebody is begging to work with you, because he said he pleaded to come on this trip, he said, I'm doing better, but he really off screen. If you know how somebody gets down because you say this is what he does every time before he films, if y'all have gotten into volatile situations to the point that the police had to escort you off the premises, stop inviting him. And that's just me to you, because we've had private conversations at this point. You know I have no ill will towards you. I'm not here to ruin your name, because in this scenario, you didn't do anything wrong necessarily. It's just I can't tell people how to react when something crazy is happening. Just going forward, don't work with him. Don't work with people you have beef with, because I'm surprised you and Savagemomx is back in filming days when you was dragging his name through the mud. Not to mention, Leexworld pulled something on you. Like, why would you invite him back into the house when you know how he gets down? Like, it's just not a smart move, business or personal. But once again, that's all the information we have at hand, and I want to hear your opinions down below. If you continuously get into beef with somebody, if you continuously get into dramatic scenarios that play out on screen, that play out on the internet, that y'all consistently publicize for some odd reason, would you continue to interact with them? Because like I said, that one content creator trip where I was out with people and they got jumped and they expected me to hop up in there, and I just sat back and said, girl, I'm not getting jumped or my ass whooped for nobody. I don't go on trips with them. Yes, I'm still cool with them. They want to chat, we could chat. I will still work with them. But when it comes to leaving the safety of my home and going to a different city or a different country together, I didn't repeat that. It's just I'm not putting myself in that scenario that you are out and you can't handle whatever you're doing or you can't handle whatever you're drinking, and then people start throwing fists and I'm possibly in the proximity. I'm not getting involved in that. I'm not getting hit. I'm not getting hit with a charge. It's just not worth it. So at this point, Ray Potts, what I will say is you just need to prioritize yourself. Just prioritize your money, because like you said, this is your main source of income right now. You came and you collected these content creators to come together to make a film so that y'all can make some money, and he's the one that messed it up because he doesn't know how to control himself. At that point, we're all grown. You gave him one final opportunity. Just cut your ties. And I know it hurts to say that, but it's just best for your own peace of mind, because at this point, he's embarrassing y'all and costing y'all money. A lot of people don't realize, yes, drama will get eyes on you, but that does not always translate to money. If anything, it makes future collaborations not want to work with you because they think that there's a possibility drama will follow. But with that being said, I'll leave the conversation up to y'all, and I want to hear your opinions on this. Did y'all see this happen? Because once again, I had to hunt on Facebook to get this information for y'all. But as always, I'm going to bring you the tea, and I will see you guys next time. Boop. And now for a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's third tier subscribers, Theodore H and Reggie B. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and thank you once again to everyone who supports the channel. And this week's live stream discussion is going to be a watch party where we're going to start watching LGBT series, be it web series, movies, or TV shows, and we're going to have commentary on it and its representation. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in.